Welcome back to Skyrim mod comparisons. Today we're looking at three mods: Purity, Climates of Tamriel, and Pure Weather. Now I've already compared Pure Weather with Climates of Tamriel, and you can watch that right here. Here's the link, and I'd highly recommend watching that video first, because I'll be referencing it throughout this one. The video was uploaded when Pure Weather had just been released. It was on version 1.0, and since then it's been updated to version 2, and version 3 is now known as Purity. And it's on sale on the Steam Workshop for £2, which is about $3, so with that in mind we'll begin with this mod. So Purity doesn't just change the lighting and weather, it also includes new textures and a new version of Pure Waters, and an even newer version of Pure Waterfalls. The mod has undergone some huge improvements since I last saw it, and I have to say I'm impressed. The ENB look is even more pronounced without sacrificing too much of the realistic quality that this mod brings into the game. But one thing that I really liked was the rain. On the first version, on the old video, I wasn't too impressed with it, but this time around I really like it. Also, the nighttime lighting has been greatly improved, and as you can see, I think the older version was perhaps a little too dark. This one, however, has a nice balance between realism and convenience. The overall look is more balanced and suits the world very nicely. And when I say balance, I mean that the lightness is not as light as it used to be and the darkness isn't as dark as it used to be. It's in a very even place. So now on to Climates of Tamriel. In my previous video I mentioned some advantages of it, but it's the mod to go for if you want a very harsh and bleak look, but at the same time it can be vibrant and ENB-like. I think it's good to go for this mod if you want the most immersive look possible, and harsh weather conditions to go with survival mods like Frostfall or I Need, and not to mention this mod has new sounds, and the optional features that allow you to adjust the brightness at night for a more immersive experience, and of course there's interior lighting options in the mod manager window. Another thing this mod has is variety. There's over 500 new unique weather systems, 2024 unique days, nights, sunrises and sunsets, and of course the textures such as the sky and the clouds and the sun, and my favourite of those is the sun texture. For some reason that sun texture to me is the best out of all of them. And that's pretty much both of these mods. So there you have it. Personally I'm preferring Purity over Climates of Tamriel and Pure Weather at the moment. I think it adds a fresh look to the game that is more vibrant and just overall more pleasing to look at. The problem with Climates of Tamriel for me is that its harsh and realistic look gets kind of old, and eventually you start looking for something a little bit more bright. Not to mention the desaturated light you get from torches at night, and I really wish someone hadn't pointed that out, because you cannot unsee it. And as I mentioned earlier, it's great for an immersive playthrough where you want your realism to be a first priority, so if you're planning on making it more difficult for yourself, it's certainly the one to go for. But at the moment, I'm really liking Purity, and I think it's definitely worth the money. There only are a select few mods that I actually pay for, and this is one of them, because there's no way I'd be paying for sword mods. I think people are looking at this in a very negative way, and if you start looking at the new paid system in a positive way, I think it would encourage more modders to make bigger and better mods that will be worth the money. Since most people aren't going to be buying weapon and armor mods, we should start seeing some new and exciting things appearing in the near future. So, to the people complaining about it and saying that mods should all be free, consider that this particular mod contains 3 years worth of work and dedication, and basically it's 3 mods in one. I think it's perfectly reasonable to sell it, and I'm more than satisfied with my purchase. As a side note, the author hasn't removed any of his other mods from Nexus, and you can still get them for free and they're all working perfectly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This video's been a little bit shorter, mainly because I've talked about most of this stuff in the last video. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.